Gundam Astray Red Frame build. Episode 7.
Sure.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the
Mostly.
almost final episode.
Astray 11-1. Part I1, I2, and G123. Clip.
Just finishing up here on the Gerbera Strait, the sword
I like him.
of the Astray build, and this is the first parts coming off of this eye sprue. Finally, it's a gold color. Plastic's quite soft, and clips easily,
I'm optimistic.
not brittle.
You're wasting your time.
I'm not.
And this would be
I'm going with them.
the
Perhaps
handle.
20 of them follow us. Don't get spotted.
Which in this case is a solid piece.
Astray 11-1. Part I1, I2. Assembled to part G123.
And so these little gold flourishes on the end. Is there a name for that part of the sword? The butt? And the hilt, I do believe. And, alright, there it is. The handle of the Gerbera Strait.
Astray 11-1. Part G224. Clip.
Ooh. Still cutting open plastic. Actually, I think this is the only part on this sprue, this chrome piece, that is being the sword, the metal, the Gerbera Strait, Gerbera, and carefully, actually, with this, when you do cut it out, you don't want to leave too much of exposed plastic because where it's been cut, there won't be any chrome on there. So less chrome, less effect. So keep the chrome. Try to keep the trimming to
Astray
a minimum.
11-1. Part G224. Assembled to 11-1.
Which is a fairly simple thing to do. Just put that thing in there, and you're done.
Astray 11-2. Part C23 and C24. Clip.
Well, I guess this part would be the sheath. Scabbard? No, scabbard I think is for a dagger. Sword. Anyway, oh, there's our little buddy there for scale. Low, Mr. Low. So we'll just go ahead and clip out these two side pieces. That.
Astray 11-2. Part D27. Clip. Astray 11-2. Part I3. Clip.
Part I3. So this would be the final part from that sprue. And goodbye, sprue. Done. And this will trim up and apply to the end.
Astray 11-2. Part C23. Assembled to part C24.
And goes together quite nicely.
Astray 11-2. Part I3.
And that
Assemble
was
to part C23
a
and
bit of
C24.
a bit of a tight squeeze. Get that on, which I did.
RG Astray 11-2. Part D27. Assemble to part C23 and C24.
And just another little red detail on the top. Little test fit here. Yeah, all good. Yep. Yep. Oh, well, almost all good. Okay. Be careful with that. It's not really stuck in there all that well now, is it? Okay. We'll figure it out.
RG Astray 11-2. Part D28 and D29. Click.
And I think is this sprue done as well? The D sprue? I'm not sure. This might be some of the last few pieces to clip off. Anyway, very near the end of this build. My very first build. My very first Gundam.
RG Astray 11-2. Part D28 and D29. Assemble to part C23 and C24.
Yeah, well, you know, it's been a long build. That's all I can say. Yet rewarding, of course, as they all are. I'll see where this goes. Not quite done, though, you know. Still got the decals to do, so... At this point, yeah, the decals are done. Just this...
Right hand 12-1. Part B6. Click.
Oh, yes, these are the cool sprue B frame, the cool kind of rubbery plastic hands. Very articulated. Look, it's got thumb and forefinger and I guess 3 fused fingers. 5 fingers. Well, actually 4 fingers and a thumb. You see, in there, it's a little tiny piece of plastic which is holding that. So you gotta carefully snip that away so you can articulate the hand properly. And very posable. And we're number one. We're number one. Number one Gundam. Red Astray. Okay. These parts, these are the back of the hands. A2, the A2s. There's a couple of sets of these, so.
Right hand 12-1. Part A2.
They just kind
Assemble to
of
part B6.
snap on, and let's replace that hand with the articulated one and see what we can do in terms of grasping these cool weapons we've been making. Kind of a lame ball joint there, but whatever.
Left hand 12-3. Part B7. Clip.
Left hand. So, again, pretty much the same thing as the right hand, but let's show it. Why? Because we can. Snip, snip, snip. And that gone ahead and kind of taken that little part out and shape this into an appropriate left hand. And we'll be putting, I guess, an A2 there, the back of the hand at some point. So cool. There you go. One little tiny hand.
Left hand 12-4. Assemble to left arm.
Oh, at this point, we'll just pop that off and pop in the left hand. There you go. And go ahead and configure position, pose to your heart's content. And let's just go looking.
Weapons 13-1. Parts F1, F2, and parts F8, F9. Clip.
And pretty much the assembly for holding the swords. I mean, I am kind of new to this, so I guess it does make sense that you would have particular shaped hands to hold the weapons correctly, so they look normal. I guess back in the day, what can I, those GI Joes, the kung fu grip. I mean, the whole idea of that was, kind of functionality of the hand as opposed to this piece of plastic that couldn't do anything.
Part A1. Clip twice.
Oh, the very special A sprue, which contains a couple of different types of plastic. This is the I guess a clear plastic, pink, to represent a kind of energy beam, saber, lightsaber type of thing, like Star Wars. Is that it? But whatever. There they are. Let's clip them off and make them and see what they look like. Oh, these are the handles.
Parts C15 and C16. Clip. Weapons 13-1. Part A2. Clip.
And like I said, more of these A2s, the back of the hand. Very good. I'll snip those off. Trim them up and
parts F1 and F8. Assemble to part C16.
Do make note of the orientation or which part to use. C16. And they will. I found this was kind of a bit of a, not a chore, but I had to kind of press hard to get that hand to stay together.
Part A2. Assemble to part F1.
But, which I did. And here just to show you what these little white parts, A2s, they just go on and provide a nice little accent.
Weapons 13-1. Parts A1. Assemble to part C16.
There you go, quite simple. And you have a pink lightsaber. Bahaha. There you go. Cool. 2 swords. 1 Gundam. And moving
13-2.
right along.
Parts F4 and F3.
Let's
Clip.
I don't know if you can hear that. It was a truck passing by in the background. It's cool. Oh, it's like 30 degrees in here. It's like summer. It's only June. Okay. So I don't know if you can hear that fan in the background. Anyway, doesn't matter. Okay, where are we? Yes, clipping and snipping.
Weapons 13-2. Part A2. Clipped.
And I guess that would be the last day too? Sure.
Weapons 13-2. Parts F4 and F3. Assembled to 09.
Which would be the beam rifle, but we'll put the trigger finger into the
On with the show.
handle, pistol grip.
We've enhanced the interface significantly. It still functions on your
And
original
there,
algorithm.
actually looks pretty cool. Fits pretty good.
Something to show me, Frank?
Weapons
And
13-2. Part A2. Assembled to part F4.
it's pretty easy. And voila, there. We'll pop that onto the old arm. And sword and a rifle this time. So. Ha. You'll see later on, though, that that rifle does not survive. It's a bit of a rare, but you'll see. But here, still attached. Ooh, that looked cool. I like that one. Yeah, so check out the stills on Instagram if you want.
Weapons 13-4. 11-1 and 11-3. Positioning and placement options.
So this is basically some little minor thingamabobs. Let's check this out. Put the hand on the gerbera. But that one fits fairly well on that. So you have a one-handed. I wonder if I can get a two-handed hold with the sword. I think I can. I should try that at some point. But stay tuned for my Instagram. You might see it posted there, which is a fairly a great place to post stills or small videos.
Weapons 13-4. Part C10. Clipped.
Not quite sure what this really was all about. It seemed to be some sort of attachment adapter that would hook onto part what is it, C16? C14.
Weapons 13-4. Part C10. Assembled to part C14.
And it just kind of snaps on over that, like so. And although I put the sword holder on there, I'm not sure if it's supposed to go there.
13-5. Parts F10 and
oh,
F11.
yeah, these.
Clipped.
I guess one hand is like this posed. Oh, there's the dude. You know what? I'm not sure I'm going to do that guy eventually. Paint him, I suppose, but I'll leave him on that little clipped out part of the sprue. These are, well, that part, what is that, F12? F11, I mean. It, it's F10 now. Oh, I'm clipping F10, which is the this kind of weird hand. Pointing in a weird way, but and this is an adapter for a base that you can get apparently, and this clips onto the figure, and then this part is able to fit nicely onto the stand. There it is there. Why, look, there it is there. So I do have the stand, so maybe one day in the future I'll do a build video on the stand. Woohoo! That's exciting. Please contain yourself. I don't know what that is. It's kind of a strange angling of the hip section. If you want to have a... Oh yeah, well yeah, like I said, the old beam rifle got snapped off on this very weak point, and I guess I will glue these parts together with the glue that was provided by the army painter kit I bought. Which I said to myself, I'm never going to use that glue. I don't need it. Right. They knew. Oh, did they know? How did they know that? Anyway, so I gave it a little bit of a shake, and from experience, you don't need a lot. I assumed this styrene glue, it's a form. It actually melts, if I am not mistaken. It's a solvent, in fact, and it uses. Just need a little dab, and we'll put these two parts together very carefully. I only put glue on one side, and the other had none. And then oops, and just hold those two parts together. Wow, look at that, eh? It tacked up that quick, so very good. That glue works. That's pretty much it for now. I'll let that dry, and we'll be coming back, I'm pretty sure, for the deckling of the Gundam Astray. But till then, thanks for tuning in, and take care, folks.